Hi, everybody. Welcome to week 8 of this semester, and this is our post-exam 1 week. So this week we're just going to be doing one section called section 3.1. It's kind of a long section, but we'll piece it to get together and work through it. So let's go ahead and look through our learning objectives. So we're going to be doing a couple of things like determining like where a function is increasing or decreasing, determine critical values, relative maximum or minimums, right, of a function, absolute max or mins. And the same protocol goes as always, like, we'll watch lecture videos for section 3.1. We'll have a self-check 3.1 assignment. We'll have a self-check 3.1 video. We'll have an XYZ assignment for 3.1, and Lab 5 will be split up into two parts. Lab 5 will be part one for this week for 3.1 material, and like part two would be for the next section next week. But Lab 5 part one for discussion and lab assignment. Okay, so if you watch this video, then you know you're in the correct page. So let's look at our learning objectives, which are just stated before, intervals increase, decrease, critical values, max and mins. Okay, so we're going to be using derivatives to find out these things. Okay, so here's the lecture video for 3.1. Like I said, it's a little bit of a long one because there's a lot of concepts going on. So it's being broken up into four parts. Some videos are longer than others, right? But make sure to watch those and copy down the notes and try to understand what's going on. Okay. So that is our lecture videos. And here's our self-check assignment here. You're going to want to submit that. And likewise, there will be a self-check 3.1 video where you can follow along and answer the questions if you are stuck on what to do. Okay. So that's it, just 3.1 for those videos. And here is XYZ 3.1. All right, here's an assignment here. Make sure to get that practice in with that. And moving on to the discussion part, right? Lab 5 part 1, so it's only the 3.1 questions. So complete Lab 5 part 1, submit a question by Sunday night. And here we go, Lab 5 part 1. So Lab 5 part 1 only covers sections 3.1. So only do the questions 28, 40, 58, and 60, right? So don't do any of the 3.2 stuff. This is just 3.1. So only do those questions, okay? We'll do part 2 for this lab next week, okay? It's just 3.1 is just too much material. So I want to condense it into 1 week, make sure we understand what's going on because we're going to be applying the concept of these to more questions, okay? And here's the solutions here. Part one only contains section 3.1, and here's some questions. Here's the solutions and hints in red. Okay. The questions are kind of similar to the notes and homework and self-check, but in case you're still a little stuck, here's a couple hints to get you going. Okay. But that will be due, by next Wednesday. Okay. So that is pretty much it for this week, right? Post-exam week. Trying to jump into new material. So we're just doing one section. It's a heavy section, right? It's just because of one section doesn't mean we're taking a week off, but it's a heavy section. So make sure you're getting that stuff down because we're going to be applying these concepts to more like application problems in this chapter, okay? But other than that, we finished the module. Hopefully you did everything correctly. But other than that, we'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.